I got an announcement. Y'all better stop scrolling, seriously. Oh, this is on.
Will Smith and Martin Lawrence are returning for the fourth installment of Bad Boys. The fourth film in the franchise was confirmed by Sony Pictures, according to Variety. On Tuesday morning, Will shared an Instagram video announcing the news with Martin, 57, making an appearance in the clip. The Bad Boys franchise began in 1995, with the sequel released in 2003 and the third film in 2020. The fourth film in pre-production, the outlet reported. The script will be written by Chris Brenner, with Adil El Arbi and Bilal Fallah set to direct once more. Jerry Bruckheimer is set to produce the project along with Will, Doug Belgrad and Chad Oman. Martin, James Lasseter, Barry Waldman, John Moan and Mike Stenson will serve as executive producers. Hours after the news broke, Will took to his Instagram account to confirm the big news. The Instagram video Will shared shows him heading to Martin's house with his camera capturing the moment. Will said, "Yo, I've got an announcement. Y'all better stop scrolling." The tune, Shake Your Tail Feather, which is from the Bad Boys 2 soundtrack, began playing. The star arrives at Martin's door where they announce the news of the fourth installment of the project. "It's about time," Martin said, with Will adding, "Bad Boys for life, baby. For life." The news comes 1 year after he slapped Oscars host Chris Rock for making a joke about his wife's lack of hair. She shaved off to cover up hair loss she had experienced. Rock, who was hosting the show, joked that Smith's wife Jada looked like G.I. Jane because of her bald head. Despite sweeping the Oscars up in controversy, Smith still won the award for Best Actor for starring as the father of Venus and Serena Williams in King Richard. But he did not specifically apologize to Rock. Smith issued his first apology to Rock back in March. He posted a lengthy statement on Instagram where he said violence in all its forms was wrong. In July, he issued another groveling apology to Rock and revealed his former friend still hasn't forgiven him for slapping him on stage at the Oscars. Smith said he'd taken the last 3 months to work on himself, and realized now how many people he hurt when he smacked Rock on stage at the awards. "I've reached out to Chris, and the message that came back is that he's not ready to talk. When he will reach out. So I will say to you, Chris, I apologize to you. My behavior was unacceptable and I'm here whenever you're ready to talk." He also apologized to Rock's mother and his entire family, specifically Rock's mother and his younger brother Tony. "I just didn't realize how many people got hurt in that moment, so I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I want to apologize to Tony Rock. Tony Rock was my man and this is probably irreparable," he said. He also apologized to Jada, his wife whose honor he claimed to be defending with the outburst, and said she had nothing to do with it. "I spent the last 3 months replaying and understanding the nuances and the complexities of what happened in that moment. I'm not going to try to unpack all of that right now, but I can say to all of you, there is no part of me that thinks that was the right way to behave in that moment. There is no part of me that thinks that's the optimal way to handle a feeling of disrespect or insults." He went on to win Best Actor for his role in King Richard that night, but he did not specifically apologize to Rock. Insisting that his wife had nothing to do with the slap, he went on, "I made a choice of my own from my own experiences from my history with Chris. Jada had nothing to do with it. I'm sorry, babe. I want to say sorry to my kids and my family for the heat that I brought on all of us. I'm not going to try to unpack all of that right now, but I can say to all of you, there is no part of me that thinks that was the right way to behave in that moment. There is no part of me that thinks that's the optimal way to handle a feeling of disrespect or insults." He went on to win Best Actor for his role in King Richard that night, but he did not specifically apologize to Rock. Insisting that his wife had nothing to do with the slap, he went on, "I made a choice of my own from my own experiences from my history with Chris. Jada had nothing to do with it. I'm sorry, babe. I want to say sorry to my kids and my family for the heat that I brought on all of us. To all my fellow nominees, this is a community. It's like, I won because you voted for me, and it breaks my heart to have stolen and tarnished your moment. Smith went on to claim that disappointing people is his central trauma. I can still see Questlove's eyes. You know it happened on Questlove's award. You know, it's like, I'm sorry really isn't sufficient. Disappointing people is my central trauma. I hate when I let people down, so it hurts. It hurts me psychologically and emotionally to know I didn't live up to people's image and impression of me, and the work I am trying to do is I am deeply remorseful. And I'm trying to be remorseful without being ashamed of myself. I'm human and I made a mistake, and I'm trying not to think of myself as a piece of S***T. I would say to those people, I know it was confusing, I know it was shocking, but I promise you I am deeply devoted and committed to putting light and love and joy into the world. And you know, if you hang on, I promise we'll be able to be friends again, he said to the fans he had let down. Rock only recently addressed the controversy at a Madison Square Garden show, where he laughed it off. Anyone who says words hurt has never been punched in the face, he told the crowd.